Hello Facebook world, just another little update. Just some things that God has been doing recently. Just a couple days ago, Yolanda prayed for an older lady, a Khmer woman, and she has, I believe, like low blood pressure and low iron, super low iron. She's really dizzy and she has just an extremely painful stomach. It could be like an ulcer or something. So Yolanda went over to pray for her and help her out some. And when Yolanda prayed for her, she felt like a lightning bolt hit her. Like this power surge just went right through her body. And this woman began just crying at all the pain. I mean, she was in probably level 10 pain, just horrible, excruciating pain in her stomach, and it completely left. And she was saying through the translator that it's gone, it's gone. And what's awesome is that the translator that works with us, she's been seeing so many of these different miracles, and she's like translating for us, seeing people get healed like right and left. And so it's been like a real testimony to her that Jesus is the real deal. He's not just a religion, he's not just another teacher, but he is powerful and he's alive and he's at work in those who believe him and believe in him. So another cool thing that just happened last night, on Monday nights at YWAM, they have prayer meetings, prayer and worship. And so in the beginning we prayed for just revival in general, we prayed for fathers, and then we had a time of praying for healing. And a bunch of people got healed. One person had, I prayed for one guy, he was playing soccer, and he injured his toe really bad, but he said, I'm a stubborn man, and so he kept playing and kicking and kicking and kicking, and his toe got even worse, and so it just got very injured. He was in just extreme pain. So I prayed for him a few times, and at first nothing happened, and then the pain went down, 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 and then he felt just a rush of Holy Spirit through his body, like this power just go through his body, and the pain just totally left. And so he was just so encouraged. There might have been just the tiniest bit of pain left, but he really believed that he received his healing. Another lady, she had just very bad pain in her stomach, and it was just hurting a lot. And one of the ladies in the group, she went over and started praying for her, and very quickly she started to feel heat inside of her stomach. But she was still kind of doubting, like, God, I want to believe, but I'm still having doubts, even though she's in the midst of feeling like this kind of like burning presence of God inside of her. But then suddenly she saw this clear vision of Jesus came and put her hand on the lady's hand who was praying for her, and then she just felt this rush of God's like love and his compassion and just this strong presence of the Holy Spirit. And all the pain completely left, and she was just crying and crying and crying and crying. It was just a beautiful thing to see. Another girl has had hepatitis since birth, and she came to the meeting also, and she was actually in a lot of pain. And she was, we actually told her, hey, you know, come and we'll pray for you and everything, and we'll see what God does. Well, she didn't know we're gonna have just mass prayer for everybody, but her liver was literally just hurting. It was just really bad, just a lot of just discomfort going on. Well, she got prayed for, a bunch of people prayed for her, and all the pain like completely left, and she felt God's presence and his power just so strongly, and she really believes that she was healed. She's going to go to the doctor and check it out, so pray that this is just a genuine miracle and that it remains long after the meeting. Another girl, her mouth was actually really swollen. Her teeth were really messed up, and she might have had like maybe some sort of a gum disease, but her mouth was so swollen and her teeth swollen that she couldn't even open her mouth, barely move her lips, like they were like kind of frozen because everything was just so in a place of inflammation. So a bunch of people prayed for her, and literally right before their eyes, they saw the swelling go down, 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 down. 90% of the swelling was gone by the time they got done praying for her. And she could open her mouth and she could speak clearly. And it was just super powerful. I mean, they literally watched the swelling go down because it was really bad. So that was super cool. We're really excited about that. What's beautiful is one thing that I really try to do in my life is to not just pray for healing. You know, it's great if I pray for healing and people get healed, that's great. But what's even better is if I teach other people how to pray for healing and encourage them to do it. And then when they have success, I've succeeded. You see, a teacher's success is not succeeding himself, but in the success of his students. So if I can stir other people up and equip other people to pray for healing and to pray for deliverance and these things, and then they're successful, that brings me great joy. That is where it's really at, and that's where multiplication is at, where you're not just hoarding the gifts to yourself, but you are activating others. And when they're stepping out and doing the stuff, there's just such a great satisfaction that comes to your soul, and there's a multiplication because you have disciples that make disciples that make disciples, rather than somebody who just hoards all the power and all the revelations to themselves and doesn't equip others. They become the one-man show, and that's not me. I don't want to be a one-man show. I want to help to raise up a generation of people that all do the stuff. And this is the heartbeat of, and this has actually been the heartbeat of just so many movements around the world. They're really catching an understanding of this revelation that the prophets, the apostles, the pastors, the teachers, it says that they were given as a gift for the equipping of the saints for the work of the ministry. So we've had it backwards in our church culture. We've thought that it's the pastors, teachers, apostles' job to do all the ministry and do all the work, and we sit down and watch. But actually it's the opposite. It's their job to equip us and activate us so that we can get out and we can go do all the work, so we can heal the sick, so we can cast out the devil, so we can prophesy. They stir us up to go do the stuff. And when we operate with that kind of a model, we see multiplication. We see just such a massive growth, rather than just being a static Dead Sea where there's no outlet. Suddenly we see that there's movement and there's life, and the river of God begins flowing in an ever increasing way. So I hope this encouraged you. We're really excited. God is doing amazing things. Keep praying for us, and thank you to everyone who's been supporting us. We're really excited, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.